case of uncastled king. And what is an uncastled king? Like, what I'll be considering as uncastled king is this, that if the opponent's king is at least taking a move extra to castle, like right now, only when the bishop will come out to somewhere, so on e7 or somewhere, the king can castle, right? If had the, like, let me make a random move, let go h3 and bishop e7. Now let me go somewhere like, something like king h2, I don't know. Now this is not considered as uncastled king for the theory, because the king is just about to castle, so whatever ideas we are trying to have in this case won't work, because the king will be castling and we won't be trying to do what we are trying to do right now. Like, let's go few steps back. Yeah, so in this position, the thing is that this is the case of uncastled king. It's a pure case of uncastled king. And you're seeing that black is trying to attack a pawn, maybe. It's a poison pawn, but the idea should be that whenever you find an uncastled king, you should try to blow away the center. By center, I mean the D file and the E file. These two files are very, very important to have the control of if the opponent is delaying the castling. Like in this case, what white should do, white should start with opening up the center. Right now center is totally closed, so white should move pawn e4. Now if you look at this position, rook c1 is equally good, but practically speaking, if you want to go for right away some attacking chances, some practical chances to not allow the king to castle, at the same time have the position kind of more attacking in white's favor, rook c1 is fine. There's no problem with rook c1. It's a good move, but I prefer to go pawn e4. I will suggest pawn e4. And now here are two options, like three options that we can analyze. The one is if queen b2 happens, like suppose if queen b2, target is that the knight is going to be lost, and if you try to save the knight, this is a fork. Yeah, so it is white to play, and we will stick to our idea, we'll stick to our basics here, that we have to try to open the center file. Doesn't matter how, because opponent's king is still not castled. And now you should notice that black is already +1 here. If, and this is my suggestion, that if the king has not castled, and if we are considering the case of uncastled king, white can afford to be down maybe up till 2 to 3 points. It is fine, provided you're not letting the opponent's king to castle. If opponent's king is able to castle and still white is down 2-3 points, then it's not a good thing to go for. So here somehow it works, like the move is knight e5. And now if you try to take with the knight, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, and we try to not again allow the king to castle. Most of you in the class suggested me that, okay, let's try to go rook e1 first, but rook e1 is a nice move, it's playable, but after bishop e7, bishop e6, knight c6, somehow the position is still being survived by black. So the idea should be, you should try to go for queen f5, winning a tempo on the rook. Rook is hanging, queen c3, and now we go knight g5, because now the attack has not been only on the e file. I can go rook e1 whenever I want. The attack is also on the f7 square. So that is one way to start, and it's very, very, very advantageous for white. Let's go back just to show you a couple of moves. Like if something like first of all, rook c7 is not playable. Oops, rook c7 is not playable because of bishop c7. So something like if f6 is played, I have ideas like, I guess rook e1 still, rook e1 if king d8, then I guess knight f7 is checkmate. Yeah, and after f6, yeah, any rook to e1. It's good that you should choose this guy, because sometimes if we want to sacrifice the rook on the e file, maybe we'll land up to hang our e1 rook. So I'll choose okay, after f6 you can go rook e1, he goes away, and now knight f7 media. And if something like after this rook e1, oops, rook e1 check, if bishop e7 is being chosen, then I believe, yeah, just take, and this is what I was suggesting, that you go here and mate. Yeah, so And after sacrifice, if you go here, still it's a very decent position to play. And yeah, after this, it's completely winning. You are +2, you'll win the game. This rook is dead. Let's go back. Second of all, suppose if after e4, it takes, and now after knight e5, if pawn takes, yeah, if pawn takes, then it's very easy to just open up the e file. Bishop e7 is not playable because I have d6 tempo, and after d6, bishop d8, something like that. I won't allow the opponent to castle. Rook e1 check, rook e1 check, and after king goes here, we are already succeeding in our goal. Now we have a lot of disco moves like knight e5. If it takes, this is the disco. I go knight c4, win the queen, yeah. And after knight e5, if it goes anywhere on the e file, the disco is coming on the e file. So I'll again go knight c4, win the queen. So just to show you the line, if he takes, yes, and this is the disco, I go knight c4, take the queen. If he goes to somewhere on the e file, doesn't matter where, e8 or e6, same story, disco on the queen. Okay, let's go back. Suppose now after e4, a decent move should be pawn captures pawn, we capture, and knight takes, queen takes, and now bishop e7, something like that. It's still possible, and now we can try at least for once to break open the center by potentially playing d5 at the right time. So I guess after b4, knight c6, d5 is better. b4, knight c6, d5 takes, queen e2, and because the idea is if you try to castle, I have pawn b5, knight goes away, we take the queen, we take the bishop. Suppose if you try to castle over g8, I go b5, oops, b5, knight goes wherever the knight wants, maybe to a5, I take the bishop. So over here, it is very important to understand when to consider the king as uncastled king. Suppose, as I mentioned in the start of the lecture, that if the bishop was placed right now, before you go e4, if the bishop is placed on e7, then the king is just about to castle. The king can castle at his own wish. So we won't be going for the opening of the e file. We'll try to see what other nuances are included in the position. Okay. So opening of the e and d file means the center files, quote unquote, will only be should only be done if the king has at least one extra move to castle. Like if the king will take on only the second chance, the king can castle like that. So yeah, so that's about it, and thank you.